One individual who was charged with capturing these things and, actually had it reportedly in his arms, he ends up dying in a mysterious way thereafter. Can you speak to, I understand you've learned a little bit more about what might have happened there.
So this is an ongoing investigation, and just last week, we got a hold of the 2 forensic pathologists who worked on the deceased military officer doing the autopsy. And they're coming forward for the first time. Now, they're providing a very detailed long-form autopsy report that Leslie Kane is actually having translated medically, professionally, because it's very technical. And but they gave us brief statements that we're going to share, that I've just shared with you. I was going to share that with Joe Rogan, but we just forgot. We didn't get to it. So I'm handing these to you. These are brief statements with translations, and you could play them directly from the horse's mouth from the forensic pathologist who did work on the deceased military officer.
Great. We have some of those clips here. For those who are listening, I encourage you to come watch us on YouTube because we have subtitles. Let's take a listen.
É a primeira vez que eu faço depoimento em relação ao caso Xerez, que poderia ter envolvimento, de fato, com algum ser extraterrestre, uma estranheza, pelo diferenciado discurso que ele coloca em relação a essa questão da bactéria, que ele já tem uma experiência de mais de 70 anos ali.
Esse alienígena trouxe a bactéria de fora. Tem o personagem ET e tem o personagem, a bactéria da unha do ET.
So some of what we're seeing there, James, there's longer video, of course, which I'm sure you'll put in a future film. But one of the points that is being taken away is that these pathologists describe a bacteria that's never been seen before on Earth. It ended up killing a person who ended up transporting these creatures and alluding also to ET and kind of the light at the end of his. Can you translate some of that for us as to
I get the
big
chills.
takeaways?
I get the chills as someone who's been looking into this case for 12 years, and I know that Marco Leal, my Brazilian counterpart, has been doing it much longer than I have. The fact that we've got these guys, and I tell you, I literally was doing Zoom calls a couple days leading up to going on Joe Rogan, begging and pleading with these doctors to come forward. And one doctor said, hey, if he comes forward, I'll come forward with him. We'll do it together, power in numbers. And then ultimately they did. And they provided us with long form. But basically what they're saying was in their entire career, they've never seen anything like this bacterial infection that killed a perfectly healthy 23-year-old military police officer. And they said that they threw we even interviewed Dr. Cesario, who worked on him while he was alive. He said, I threw the kitchen sink at him and nothing was working. And this bacteria, it was just they've never seen anything like it. So they took samples, which I know that they're going to have more details on about this type of bacteria, but those are just the initial statements that they're making. And again, I have to remind your audience, this is an ongoing investigation. I'm not going to put this in another film. I'm going to put it out to the general public immediately because I think that this is a story that could prove once and for all, could settle the debate once and for all, whether these things are real or not, because we have a case, unlike Roswell, that's so recent that the vast majority of people and witnesses are still alive and they're coming forward right now in droves.